Good morning everyone, welcome back to GK today, and today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 21st of September 2021. Starting with very first question, with which organization Niti Aayog has partnered to launch Shunya campaign for zero pollution delivery vehicles? So Niti Aayog with US based RMI, that is Rocky Mountain Institute, has launched campaign Shunya, which is a kind of initiative to promote zero pollution delivery vehicles by working with consumers and industry. So the campaign basically aims to accelerate adoption of electric vehicles in the urban delivery segment and create consumer awareness about the benefits of zero pollution delivery. And obviously, industry stakeholders such as e-commerce companies, fleet aggregators, original equipment manufacturers, that is OEMs, and logistic companies have been scaling up their efforts towards final mile delivery electrification. Okay. Also do remember that England has become the first country in the world that has announced to introduce a legislation in 2021 under which all newly built homes and offices will require to feature electric vehicle chargers. So under this legislation, all new homes and offices will be required to feature smart charging devices which can automatically charge the vehicles during off-peak periods. Okay. Also, new office blocks will require to install a charging point for every 5 parking spaces, and hence this law will make England the first country in the world that requires all new homes to have EV chargers. Okay. Now apart from it, Niti Aayog has launched a report on measures to ramp up urban planning capacity in India, and the report has been titled as Reforms in Urban Planning Capacity in India. So the report has been developed by Niti Aayog in consultation with concerned ministries and eminent experts in the domain of urban and regional planning. So basically it presents a condensed outcome of the extensive deliberations and consultations conducted over a period of 9 months. Now a few days back, Niti Aayog had released third edition of Sustainable Development Index for 2020 to 21, which basically evaluates the progress of states and union territories with respect to social, economic and environmental parameters. So in this particular index, do remember that this time Kerala was at the top position, and it was further followed by Himachal Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. In terms of union territory, Chandigarh topped this ranking and it was followed by Delhi. Also, one more important thing, Bihar, Jharkhand and Assam were the worst performers. Fine. Question number 2, with which countries United States has announced a new trilateral security partnership for the Indo-Pacific? So US President Joe Biden administration has announced a new trilateral security partnership for the Indo-Pacific, and this security partnership was done between Australia, UK and US. Okay, so your correct answer is Australia and United Kingdom, and hence this group was called as AUKUS, and it will focus towards advancing strategic interest in the Indo-Pacific region. So the central feature of this partnership comprises of a trilateral 18-month effort in order to help Australia in acquiring nuclear powered submarines which are quite more capable as compared to their conventional counterparts. So such submarines can be deployed for longer periods and needing to surface less frequently, and these are the nuclear powered submarines and not armed with nuclear weapons. Okay. And this grouping will also involve a new architecture of meeting and engagements between the three countries, and also it involves the cooperation across emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum technologies, or you can say undersea capabilities. Okay. Now apart from it, one more important thing, the Deputy Head Australia Space Agency, Anthony Murphet, has said that Australia will support India's Gaganyaan mission by tracking it through Cocos Keeling Island. So you can be asked to tell which country is going to support India's Gaganyaan mission by tracking it through Cocos Keeling Island. So this is Australia, okay? Also recently, India and Australia held their first ever 2+2 talks on Afghanistan. Apart from it, the central banks in Australia, Singapore, Malaysia and South Africa launched a CBDC scheme. What is CBDC? Central Bank Digital Currencies. So it is actually a cross-border payments trial that uses different CBDCs in order to assess if this allows transactions to be settled in a cheap and easy manner, okay? So here countries are quite important, okay? Talking about United Kingdom, its state-run National Health Services has commenced the world's biggest trial of a blood test where they will detect more than 50 types of cancer. Question number 3. Which organization has partnered with the Assam government to provide project-specific loan for upgrading MSME clusters? So this is SIDBI, because SIDBI has recently announced that project-specific moderately priced loan assistance under SCDF, that is SIDBI Cluster Development Fund, will be extended to the state government of Assam for upgrading various existing MSME clusters and for developing new industrial infrastructure facilities in the state, as the Assam will be focusing on 3 major themes. First is startups, second is cluster development and livelihood, and third is enterprise promotion. Now apart from it, our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has recently launched Ubharte Sitare Fund for export-oriented firms and startups. And this fund has been set up jointly by Exim Bank and SIDBI, okay? Now apart from it, the Union Cabinet gave a nod to a production-linked incentive scheme for the automobile industry to boost production as well as give a push to the sector. So the scheme will incentivize the emergencies of advanced automotive technologies global supply chain in India. So incentives worth 26,058 crore rupees will be provided to the automobile sector to increase the production of components like car, auto parts and other related products in India. And this scheme has a budgetary provision of 26,058 crores, in which 25,938 crore for the auto sector and rest 120 crore is for drone industry. Okay. Now talking about Exim Bank, few days back it has entered into an agreement for 100 million USD line of credit to be given to the country Mauritius for procurement of defense items from India. Also last month we have seen that Finance Ministry has released its 5th monthly installment of PDRD, that is Post Devolution Revenue Deficit Grant of 9,871 crore rupees to the states, and with the release of this installment a total amount of 49,355 crore rupees has been released to the eligible states as PDRD in the current financial year. Okay. Can you tell me under which article of the Indian Constitution PDRD is provided to the states in India? Please write in the comments. Question number 4. With which organization the Greater Noida Industrial Development Authority has inked a pact to set up dry waste management facility? So the UNDP, that is United Nations Development Programme, HDFC Bank along with Greater Noida Industrial Development Authority has inked a pact to set up a facility to manage up to 300 metric tons of dry waste in the city every month. So here correct answer is option number D. And the material recovery facility in Greater Noida will come up at a cost of 3 crore rupees, and hence it would be funded by HDFC Bank through its corporate social responsibility program Parivartan. Now apart from it, few days back our Union Minister of State for Food Processing Industries Prahalad Singh Patel has recently inaugurated a food processing unit where in Morena, Madhya Pradesh, under Central Sector Cold Chain Scheme called as Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana. Also do remember that India's cleanest city, which is Indore, has now been declared as India's first water plus city under Swachh Sarvekshan 2021. Can you tell me which is the India's second water plus city? Please write in the comments if you know. Also from Madhya Pradesh, cities of Orchha and Gwalior have been selected by UNESCO under its Historic Urban Landscape project. And apart from all these things, Madhya Pradesh has become the second state in the country to implement National Education Policy 2020 after the state of Karnataka. Question number 5. On which date International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer is observed? So this day is observed on 16th of September every year, and it is celebrated to spread awareness among the people about the depletion of the ozone layer and search for possible solutions to preserve it. So this year theme was Montreal Protocol keeping us, our food and vaccines cool. Okay, what is Montreal Protocol? So the purpose of this protocol is to protect the ozone layer by reducing the production of substances that are supposed to be responsible for ozone layer depletion. Okay. Now apart from it, United Nations observes 31st of August as a United Nations has observed 31st August 2021 as the first ever International Day for People of African Descent. And this day has been dedicated by United Nations to commemorate the contributions of the African diaspora in every field of existence. Okay. Then we observe National Small Industry Day on 30th of August to recognize the value of small industries in our society, and International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearance is marked every year on 30th of August to honor and pay tribute to the people who have faced enforced disappearance. Okay. Now you have to tell me, when do we observe Suicide Prevention Day? Please write in the comments if you know. Question number 6. Recently, with which country the Union Cabinet has approved a Memorandum of Understanding for Disaster Risk Reduction? So Union Cabinet, chaired by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has approved this MOU with Italy on cooperation in the field of disaster risk reduction and management. So this MOU was signed between NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority of India, and Department of Civil Protection of Presidency of Council of Ministers of Italy. So this MOU seeks to bring in place a system where both India and Italy will benefit from the disaster management mechanisms of each other. So basically it will help in strengthening the areas of preparedness, response as well as capacity building in the field of disaster management. Okay. So the MOU on cooperation in the field of disaster risk reduction and management was signed in June 2021. Now apart from it, the Disaster Management Authority of Delhi has implemented GRAP, that is Graded Response Action Plan, to effectively manage the COVID-19 pandemic few days back. So basically it has 4 levels of color coded alerts, and these colors are yellow, amber, orange and red. Okay. Also the 21st session of India-Italy JCEC, that is Joint Commission for Economic Cooperation, was held recently. Also in the month of April, Italy has launched first mega food park in India to develop an interaction between agriculture and industry. And don't forget that this time the G20 presidency is with Italy, similar to that of BRICS, whose presidency is with India. Talking about Delhi, the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, has recently launched a program named as Business Blasters. So under this program, the young entrepreneurs would be developed at the school level by providing them seed money to start a business. Okay. Question number 7. Which state or union territory has launched the mission named as 1 Gram Panchayat 1 DIGI Pay Sakhi? Actually, in order to promote door-to-door digital banking and financial services in remote areas of Jammu Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha has launched this mission at JKEDI, that is Jammu Kashmir Entrepreneurship Development Institute in Pampore. So initially this facility will be provided in 2000 remote villages of the Union Territory, and in the first phase 80 women from self-help groups from across Jammu Kashmir have been selected as DIGI Pe Sakhis. And on the occasion, Lieutenant Governor distributed 80 Aadhaar enabled payment systems among the Sakhis under obviously JKRLM, and he also inaugurated a week-long training program for Krishi Sakhis and Pashu Sakhis on sustainable agriculture and livestock management. Now, a few days back, an eminent writer of Jammu Kashmir named as Aziz Hajini has passed away, and he is important because he was an awardee of Sahitya Akademi, which he got in 2013 for his book Tej Pazar, and in the year 2016 for Kitab An Khane. So these books are quite important. Now already we have seen that writer Namita Gokhale has recently been awarded the 7th Yamin Hazarika Woman of Substance Award. Also do remember that Ladakh is the first Union Territory to achieve 100% coverage of first dose COVID-19 vaccination. And the Cuba has become the first country in the world to vaccinate children from the age of 2 years against COVID-19 with its 2 of the vaccines named as Abdala and Soberana. Question number 8. In which country Exercise Peaceful Mission 2021 is being held? So the Indian military contingent consisting of 200 personnel including 38 personnel from Indian Air Force is taking part in the Exercise Peaceful Mission 2021, and this exercise is being held in the Orenburg region of southwest Russia from 13th of September to 25th of September 2021. So this peaceful mission is a multilateral joint counter-terrorism exercise, and the exercise is conducted biennially under the military diplomacy between the Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states. So the 6th edition of this exercise is being hosted by Russia with the aim of fostering close relations with Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states, and the exercise also seeks to enhance the abilities of the military leaders for commanding the multinational military contingents. Okay. Now apart from it, recently South Korean military has conducted their first successful underwater test of SLBM, that is submarine launched ballistic missile. Now there was exercise named as Exercise Konkan, which was recently held between India and United Kingdom. Then there was Al Muhaid Al Hindi. It was held between India and Saudi Arabia. Then there is one more, Zaid Talwar. It was between India and UAE. Now last month, Exercise Cutlass Express was commenced along east coast of Africa, and it involves 12 African countries, US, UK along with India. Then there was Varuna. It was between India and France. Then we have Exercise Desert Night 21. It was held between India and France. Question number 9. With which organization Directorate General of Civil Aviation has partnered to achieve common safety and environmental protection standards? So the aviation regulators, European Union Aviation Safety Agency, that is EUSA, and DGCA, means Directorate General of Civil Aviation, have entered into a working agreement to achieve common safety and environmental protection standards. So now through this agreement, the aviation regulators of India and Europe hope to reduce the economic burden imposed on the aviation industry by redundant technical inspections, evaluations and testing. Now apart from it, our Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Union Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari have recently inaugurated the emergency landing facility on a national highway in Rajasthan. So this is the very first time a national highway will be used for emergency landing of IAF aircraft. Okay. Now one very important thing, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been named among 100 most influential people of 2021 by the Time magazine. And apart from Prime Minister, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and CEO of Serum Institute of India Adar Poonawalla has also been named among the world's top 100 most influential people. So actually this list comprises of lots of people like US President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, then former US President Donald Trump, Chinese President Xi Jinping, and co-founder of Taliban, etc. Okay. But from India, 3 names are important: Prime Minister, Mamata Banerjee and Adar Poonawalla. Coming to last question, which bank has entered into a strategic co-lending alliance with Indiabulls Commercial Credit and Indiabulls Housing Finance for MSME and priority sector housing loans? So Punjab and Sindh Bank, which is a public sector bank, has entered into a strategic co-lending alliance with Indiabulls Commercial Credit and Indiabulls Housing Finance for MSME and priority sector housing loans, respectively. So this co-lending model will improve the flow of credit to the unserved and underserved sector of the economy and make available funds to the ultimate beneficiary at an affordable cost. So this co-lending model would also help the bank to enhance its retail and MSME portfolio and boost lending to the MSME sector. Now apart from it, Assorts Limited has recently partnered with IndusInd Bank. Why? To provide financial solutions to the farmers, so as to make its range of tractors and farm equipment more accessible. So now IndusInd Bank will offer the farmers easy access to the financial assistance in the form of loans in the seamless manner. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked this session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minuzat Sana signing off.